It was a crime which pushed everything else off the front pages. 3 men, all known criminals, found shot dead in the Essex countryside. It was a cold-blooded, professional killing. The victims had many enemies, but which one wanted them executed?
And welcome back to a new video on the Essex Boys case. As always, if you are enjoying the content, please do give the video a thumbs up. And if you're interested in the Essex Boys case, or simply true crime in general, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. The following police statement is from David Courtney, dated the 22nd of December 1995. I employ approximately 200 people for my security business called Courtney's. My main employment at this present time is manager to my girlfriend Jenny Bean. Jenny has a flat at 19 Frederick House, Patch Street, London, SE18. I spend a lot of time at Jenny's flat, but I live at the address shown on the rear of this statement. Jenny has been singing professionally for approximately 2 years. I have been her manager and provided her security throughout this time. Jenny sings at various clubs throughout England. She has recorded 5 records and her career is beginning to take off. I have been visited by DC's Cole and Shakespeare and asked if I know Pat Tate, Tony Tucker or Craig Rolfe. I knew Tony Tucker on a purely professional basis to do with security. We have worked together on 2 venues. One was in Southend and the other was in the Loughton area. Both these venues were raves. On each occasion the security responsibilities were shared between Tucker's firm and mine. One would patrol the perimeter of the venue and the other would be responsible for what went on inside. On each occasion there were never any problems between Tucker and me, nor did I have any problems with any of his staff. I would describe Tucker as very professional as far as his security business was concerned. It was clear, however, that he was not worried about making enemies. I say this because he appeared to have a very upfront attitude about him. He spoke his mind and didn't seem to worry about offending people. I believe that for one of the venues, Tucker phoned me to make the arrangements, and I phoned him to make arrangements for the other. At this time, my phone number was 0171 649 4408, and my mobile number was 0850 367 008. I have had both these phone lines disconnected approximately 2 to 3 months ago. I estimate these 2 venues took place approximately 2 years ago. I have met Tucker 2 or 3 times socially. Once was at Tots nightclub in Southend approximately 2 years ago. The other occasions were at parties at people's private houses. I cannot recall the actual addresses of these parties, but they would have all been in the Essex area. I estimate the last time I saw Tucker was approximately 1 year ago. This was at the car auction at Dartford. This was not a pre-arranged meeting. It was simply a chance meeting with Tucker and a couple of his friends. Since this chance meeting, I have not seen Tucker, nor have I spoken to him on the telephone. I have not ever seen or heard of Craig Rolfe. I have heard Pat Tate's name mentioned in general conversation. I cannot recall who mentioned his name or what the conversation was about. Other than hearing his name mentioned, I do not know anything about Pat Tate. I have never met or spoken to him. I have been asked by DC Cole if I can recall where I was on Wednesday the 6th of December 1995. I was at a pub called the Albion, Pett Street, London, between 1800 hours and midnight. At this time I was with the following people. 1. Ian Tucker. 2. Mark Bates. I do not know their addresses offhand, but I can obtain them if required. Both live close to me. I was with other people as well, but I cannot recall who at the present time. From the Albion pub we went to several clubs in the West End, including the Gas Club in Leicester Square. I do recall, however, that my girlfriend Jenny Bean was also with us. We returned to my house, 88 London Road, Forest Hill, approximately 8 o'clock the following day. We met up with numerous people throughout the night, but Jenny was with me at all times. I cannot recall what I was wearing that night. I do not know where Rettendon in Essex is. In fact, prior to hearing about the triple murder on the television, I had not even heard of it. I do not know anything about the circumstances of this murder other than what has been on the news. To my knowledge, I have never been to Rettendon in Essex. I have just remembered another occasion that I met with Tucker. Again, this was a chance meeting at a boxing match at Wembley. I cannot recall who was fighting. This was just a short conversation where we exchanged pleasantries. I am aware that during this fight, Tucker headbutted a member of the security staff, although I did not witness this. The following police statement is from Jennifer Pinto, dated the 22nd of December 1995. I am the girlfriend of David Courtney and we live at the address shown over Leaf. I am a singer and my stage name is Jenny Bean. I have today been asked questions by DC Shakespeare, questions in relation to the shooting of 3 men in a Range Rover in Essex. I have been told that these men were called Tucker, Tate and Rolfe. I do not know of these men and I have never heard of them before. I have been asked to account for the whereabouts of David Courtney, my boyfriend, between 1800 hours on Wednesday the 6th of December and 8 AM on Thursday the 7th of December. I can recall that between 1800 hours and midnight on the 6th of December, I was in the Albion Public House in Pett Street SE18, near to where we live. We were with Ian Tucker and Mark Bates, who are friends of myself and David. David Courtney was with me in the pub. When David and I left the pub, we went to several clubs in the West End, including the Gas Club in Leicester Square. I was with David all night until 8 AM on the 7th of December, when we returned to David's home in London Road, Forest Hill. We did not go anywhere near the Rettendon area of Essex. I do not know where that area is. I have no information that I can offer as to the circumstances of this shooting. I can recall these events specifically on the 6th of December and the 7th of December because I was singing at a karaoke in the Albion Public House that night and also because I sang at the Gas Club later that evening.